Thanks everybody. Hello, how you doing? Today I'm going to tell you the story of the rabbit and the owl. The story takes place a long time ago. You know, right after the grandfather formed the whole world. The animals were still unformed. They had no form to their bodies. So grandfather decided he was going to take each animal, you know, to the side and ask them what they wanted to look like. So, but he gave each one a role though. He gave all the animals a role. He said, "Okay, none of you are allowed to watch me work at all. Okay, I want you to look somewhere else, close your eyes, turn around, or whatever. But you're not allowed to watch me work at all. None of you." So all the animals nodded their head and said, "Okay, we won't." So grandfather got busy working on all the animals, you know, forming them, giving them what they wanted. And he did that. He formed the crane, the cardinal, the eagle, the bear, the fish, all these animals. Because he was going to form the next animal, the rabbit. He called them up, said, "Okay, rabbit, come here." And he asked rabbit, "Okay, what do you want to look like?" Rabbit said, "Well, I like to have big, long ears, so I could hear if there's any predators that are going to try to eat me or to chase me." So grandfather nodded his head and said, "Okay, I'll give you long ears." And so grandfather took him and pulled on his ears really, really hard so they were nice and long. And then grandfather asked Rabbit, "Okay, what else do you want?" Rabbit said, "Well, I like to have strong legs and strong arms, so I can run really fast, you know, so I can outrun anyone who's gonna chase me or try to eat me." So grandfather said, "Okay, I'll give you that." So grandfather was starting to form his legs when there was one animal who did not want to listen. The animal who was watching all of this from the treetop somewhere up there. That animal was the owl. Owl spoke up really loud. Said, "Hoo hoo hoo hoo! I want to have, you know, red feathers just like the cardinal. I want to have sharp eyes just like the eagle, and I want to have a big long neck just like the crane. You know, I want to have long ears just like that rabbit right there. I'm next. For me, for me." Grandfather turned around and said, "You know you're not supposed to watch me work. None of the animals are. Go, close your eyes, turn around, look somewhere else. But don't watch me work. None of you are." The owl said, "Hoo hoo hoo! I can do what I want. I'll watch what I want. You can't tell me what to do." So grandfather got very angry at that. He took the owl straight from the tree, pulled him down to him, and said, "All right, fine. I'll form you. You said you wanted red feathers. Well, guess what? You're not gonna have red feathers. You're gonna look like this from now on." And he put the rabbit and he put the owl right into the dirt and rubbed them all around the dirt. And said, "From now on, you're gonna look like this. Your feathers are gonna be the color of the ground and the dirt. And oh, you're not gonna have a long neck like crane. No, you're gonna look like this." And grandfather squished his head into his body and said, Now you're not allowed to look up or down or crane your neck. And you're not allowed to look where you're not supposed to look." And then and this, and he said, and as for your eyes, he took the owl and squished his head so his eyes popped open. "Your eyes are going to be so big that the sun will hurt your eyes in the day. You can only come out at night, because I don't want to see you during the day. Now go away and get out of here." So the owl flew away, crying, "Hoo hoo hoo hoo!" And as he turned around, back towards Rabbit, you know, Rabbit already ran off, scared and terrified, even though the anger wasn't directed at Rabbit. He was still scared, and he ran off. And as a consequence, that's how the rabbit looks today, unfinished. He only had his ears done and his back legs done, and he couldn't run away. He could only hop away. And that's today how the rabbit looks like. And as for Al, well, Al stayed the way that grandfather shaped him in anger, with with his head into his body, big huge eyes, feathers the color of dirt. And that is the story of the owl and the rabbit. Bye.